Hey guys, I was just reading this article called Why is There Temple Imagery in Helaman 10? It's this article from the Book of Mormon Central website. It's part of their KnowWhy series. It's KnowWhy number 181, published on September 6, 2016. And in this article, it talks about the great prophet Nephi, the son of Helaman in the Book of Mormon, and how he was mourning the wickedness of his people when he had this revelation from God. And in this revelation, God makes him all sorts of promises. And in verse 8, one of the promises is, "And thus, if ye shall say unto this temple, it shall be rent in twain, it shall be done." So from this verse, it's clear that Nephi is either in or near a temple, which is a detail that's easy to overlook, but is so important. And that's actually the question this article addresses, is why he is in this temple, and why there's this temple imagery. And the evidence it gives is mainly internal textual evidence, in the form of Book of Mormon prophets having similar experiences, but also biblical historical evidence in the form of ancient Israelite prophets having the same experience. And earlier in the passage, God declares to Nephi that he is in the presence of his angels, so it's clear that Nephi is kind of part of a divine council experience in the temple, which is the same kind of experience that ancient Book of Mormon and biblical prophets had. And LDS biblical scholars have noticed these similarities in these prophets' experiences and have developed kind of a template for these experiences, where the prophet needs help, the prophet is in a temple, the prophet sees the divine counsel of God or a messenger from it, the Lord reassures the prophet, and the Lord empowers the prophet and calls him to teach the people and to speak on his behalf. So I find this fascinating, that there's this connection between biblical and Book of Mormon prophets, and that the Lord works with his prophets in similar ways. And I also find this theme that God comforts us and gives us help in our most desperate times and our times of pain, and gives us spiritual experiences to be very personal and meaningful. And so I just want to invite you to check out the link below and to pray to God if you need help, because he will give it, I promise.